the colonized ryegrain berries into the bulk substrate. So I got some blue oyster mushrooms fruiting inside. I can bring those out here in just a second. And yeah, it'll just be a grain to bulk transfer. That's the plan. Like I said, I'm trying to shake off the softball loss. It's been a tough year. Let me bring it out. So I got my CO2 levels are reasonable now. So I'm excited to see how these pan out. I'm anticipating that they won't be as leggy, right? So this is what we're dealing with right now. We got a nice blue oyster mushroom fruit. You can see on this side too as well. So I have 6 bags. I have a reishi going. I'll bring that out real quick. But the real victory here is that I've got the carbon dioxide under control. So that is the variable. This is a reishi nub coming out. Yada yada. So yeah, we have we're at 684. That's plenty good. Target was under 8. So when I was putting it all together last night, it was I mean, I got up to about 1100 in the garage by default. So, and oh, here, let me flip open my thing here. I like to log in. Sometimes I get some yahoos. So, like I said, we're going to do a rye grain transfer to bulk substrate. Got a laminar flow hood right here. I got my impulse heat sealer ready to go. Let me just make sure that I'm able to supervise, because otherwise I get run over by the who's who of maniacs. Check, check. Excellent. Okay, so no time. Yeah. Well, let me get the colonized ryegrain berries. So I got reishi, I got lion's mane, and I got blue oyster mushrooms. So right now, the victory is I have the exhaust going outside, right? I've got the humidifier dialed in, but I'm gonna make a new humidifier. One of my big concerns is that the sealant that I use for everything, I want to make sure that it's safe. And so I'm going to use, so I've got one in curing, but I'm using a marine, like a fish tank sealant. So, and I'll let that go. I'll plug that in. I've got wires running all over the top of this thing. So here, let me get that. Let me grab the colonized ryegrain berries. Real fast. I got the garage is a little cluttered still. So we could do maybe one at a time. Even. Let's start with the winner. All right, so what is the date? It is the 16th. So this is pretty good timing. So this was originally, this is blue oyster mushroom right here. This was originally created on July 29th. I did a break and shake 3 days ago, and I got pretty adequate recolonization. I could technically wait a little bit longer, but we are moving. Okay, so I've got bulk substrate over here, and boy, let me turn this into whatever. Ugh. I'm wondering. Oh, my laptop is hibernating. Okay. Nothing goes as planned. I usually have to use the mallet to. Wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find a good place to put the lid. So the pressure steam sterilizer is kind of my treasure. So, all right, we're doing a grain to bulk substrate transfer. Pretty straightforward. Technically, I could get way more than 2 out of this. Well, which begs the question, maybe I should just do all 6 of them blue oyster mushroom. And then the Reishi and lion's mane I can maybe hold off for a little while longer. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. All right. Get a couple of these up here. Improv. Golly. Yes. If anyone else is joining here, I'll bring out some mushrooms real quick just to tell you what we're trying to do. Got this new setup going. Okay, I'm getting misted here. Let's see. Bring out this guy. So looking pretty good. I'm getting some really good pigment. You know what I mean? A nice blue pigment. And yes, this is blue oyster mushrooms. The positive here is that I finally, probably for the first time since I've been doing this whole thing, well, first of all, I just moved into this tent, and I've got the carbon dioxide under control. So, anyways, I'm still shaking off the softball loss. It was a real rough year. Boy, one of those last plays, I could just kind of feel the life leaving me, leaving my eyes. I was spent. We still have one more tournament, but yeah, we won 1 game total. All right, let's see. All right, I got the impulse heat sealer on. Okay. Bulk substrate. I'm planning, I'm going down, I'm hoping to start doing farm tours pretty soon. All right, now I can hear the exhaust fan coming on, and you're gonna watch negative air pressure here. This thing's gonna just suck in. Slowly. Well, yeah, there we go. So now you're getting a little bit more, feels like a trampoline. Right, so real lot of pull. A lot of pull. Let me turn on the... All right, got the laminar flow hood cooking here. Well, probably should have broken this up a little bit before I did that, but there we go. This is master mix. Yeah, if you lose enough in softball, everyone just starts pitying you. When we walked out on the field, like everybody knew we were going to lose. They all started clapping. It's like, at this point, they're just glad that we're showing up. I didn't even know if my team was going to come. At one point, we were like 5 minutes before the game, and there was like 3 of us there. I thought, oh my God. We have truly lost. All right, let's see. Might be a little hot. I could almost see it kind of, but that's a good seal. Colonized rye grain berries, master's mix, substrate. We're cooking now. Unbelievable. Yeah, a lot of stress last night. Running around, tight environment, building this tent, setting all these things up. Right there, right there. So that is way more than necessary. Gonna get this thing sealed up. Yeah, I was in left field and I thought, I think it was like 15 to 1. I thought I need to just get to my garage. This is the sanctuary. All right, I went a little light on that one, but I think that's actually probably pretty more accurate. I think the other ones I'm going big on. So I'm going to do just going to put this guy in front of the laminar while I'm waiting. All right, so there's 3. I am going to do 3 more. Let me show you what I'm working on though. So now I have negative air pressure because of the intake. Okay. So we're getting just some dense clusters here. I had some blotch issues, which is a bacteria. All right, so this is a little bit more of a tight cluster of blue oyster mushrooms. This is a little bit more progressed. This is maybe 24 hours ahead of it, though. I mean, you can see the pretty radical growth. I've got a reishi going on here. I've only got 6 bags right now, so it's a little overkill for the tent size. But I have the CO2 is at 689. That's spot on. So me being in my garage raised the CO2. I was pretty much in my garage all day yesterday. About 400 parts per million, just me panting about. Oh, Lordy, all right. So I'll get this going here. All right, Master's mix, 15 psi for 90 minutes. And, you know, the 10 by 10 tent actually holds humidity fairly well. I don't know if thermal mass. I've moved from a 4 by 3 tent into a 10 by 10, but I'm not seeing too much of an issue here. And in fact, I think it's holding the humidity better. So, yes. Right? I need a win. I need a win. So I got the light in there. I got the CO2 down. I got the humidity right. I'm doing blue oyster mushroom, which is a little more forgiving anyways. I'm gonna try to mix this. I should have tried maybe make more of an air pocket. Golly. But about 2 weeks for this to be fully colonized. I'll throw it in the tent, and I would say maybe another 2 weeks. So 6 weeks from beginning to end, and I have full-blown mushrooms. The ones I just brought out a little second ago, I'll bring them out again here, but those will be, I mean, once they start pinning, you got maybe 4 days before they're full grown. I was gonna go foraging a little bit, or try to. The bears are pretty active. For me to be kind of like going off trail. Oh yeah, and here's the thing about softball. I mean, you need confidence. I can't. I mean, if I lose every week, and then it's 15-1, I mean, I'm barely standing out there. So, they got these other teams, they're just dominating, and it's kind of like they can swing free. So, I don't see how that's reasonable. One more tournament. Yeah, just a lot of L's. You know, I think I just had a lot of L's the last couple of days. The mushroom garage setup is going pretty well, but it's like, I mean, I even had the humidifier kind of busted. A lot of clutter. It didn't feel like a win. And then I go to the softball fields, I get slaughtered. I have to buy something expensive. It's like, man, I don't feel like a loser, but I seem to be losing a lot. Right? I think that's it. It's like, well, I'm not, I don't feel like a loser, but why am I losing all the time? It's like, am I getting set up to lose? Is this a psyop? Yeah, before I could figure out the CO2, I thought I ended up bringing the sensor outside and then it dropped. I thought I'm gonna have to have an intake air. I was shocked to find out that me breathing heavily in the garage all afternoon yesterday somehow nearly doubled the carbon dioxide in the garage. Yeah, but I'm on the edge of glory. I mean, this is, I'm right there. I feel upgrading tents, getting the CO2 in order, dialing in the humidification, this whole rigmarole. I moved to plastic racks. Which felt kind of cheap to me, and I thought, is this food grade? But metal racks in a high humidity environment doesn't make any sense, but yeah, no, after losing softball, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna retire. I'm just gonna stop hoping. It's like just so deflating, you know? I mean, brutal. And there's so limited room for error. I mean, if you don't bat that much, how are you gonna? The other team, everybody gets to bat like 3 or 4 times. Like we're pretty much out. And then it's like I didn't want to take a walk. It's like it's slow pitch softball. You know, through 2 balls, but I was kind of like, I'm swinging. Like if it's a strike, I'm gonna swing. It's like I didn't come out here to be publicly, you know, just to lose in front of the community. Here, I'll bring out some mushrooms here. Hold on, let me seal this guy. But first, before I seal it, I'm going to try to capture some air, right? So it mixes easier. I think what I do is I end up trying to get the air out so I can fold it. Here, I'll bring out some of my oyster mushrooms here. Just give me a second. Let me seal this puppy. All right, I'll have to work on the, that's a little bit better. All right, what I'm doing is I'm moving colonized, I'm doing a grain to bulk substrate transfer. Let's check it out here. Let's see, what do we got? This guy's attractive. This guy's kind of fun. All right, so both these are pretty new. This guy, so that's blue oyster mushroom pinning. You've got some fresh new growth here. You got some pinning on the under end, which kind of concerns me if they start having kind of waves of fruiting. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm moving the colonized dry grain berries into the bulk substrate. It will then colonize into this white brick, okay? And then here's the humidity. So, and then I'm in the 10 by 10 tent. I just kind of moved in here, right? We just upgraded. See, I can see the CO2 up. So, humidity is turned on. I drilled through the wall of the garage. I have a CO2 exhaust. I've got a 6-inch fan moving air out. And let me get this guy in front of the fan. Yeah, I'm running out of things to be good at, and I'm getting kind of older. So I'm hoping that it's more than a hobby at this point. I mean, it's taken over my life. I am in a big, go home mindset. If I was better at softball, maybe I wouldn't need to grow mushrooms, or try to at least. I've been in the garage since February. So it's been 6 months that I've been out here tinkering around. Had some success early on with lion's mane. All right, I can hear the fan. And you're going to see this negative air pressure start to apply. I mean, it'll pull the walls in. Yeah, certainly. Well, let's just throw it in there, huh? All right, blue oyster mushroom cached. Yeah, I've certainly spent enough money on this stuff. Right, I guess that's the nature of resiliency. You just kind of keep going through defeat. We all lose at the end. Maybe not. That's kind of dark. It's like yeah. The other thing about softball is these guys have been playing together for a decade. Although I've been playing with my team for about 7 or 8 years. I didn't inherently join a winning team. We're a playoff team, you know what I mean? By the end, we're pretty good. Today was just kind of, I don't know. People were late. You know, I think it starts with punctuality. And then it's like, all right, why were you late? Were you drinking? It's like, yeah, sorry I'm late. I was getting drunk. It's like, okay, here we go. I didn't have the best game. I mean, I hit I don't even think I got it on base. I whacked him. Again, I was just coming from a place of defeat. It's impossible to play well when you just are embodying this, like, I'm gonna lose, we're losing, I've been losing for a while, right? Yeah, it's funny. That I'm in the outfield just thinking, oh, I got to get back and I got to make this garage thing work. That's my only hope. So, well, these are looking pretty good. I will be moving some bags out of the incubation chamber, making some space. I've got 6 fruiting blocks right now. In the next couple of days, these will really, what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for a nice pigmentation. I'm hoping for a nice blue. I'm looking for a cascading effect. I want them to grow kind of in that picturesque way. I want them to be dense. I don't want them to be too leggy. And so what are the factors here? A little bit of light, CO2, free air exchange, and carbon dioxide levels. That's it. I think I have recreated nature in my little bubble here. And so we'll get moving through. I feel maybe I'll do 6 bags of reishi tomorrow or 6 bags of lion's mane. Maybe that, yeah. I think I'll just be doing some grain to bulk substrate transfers coming up. So stay tuned. The battle is real. I think I will, I'll show you the mushrooms one more time. How about that? Running out of... I'll have to plan on cleaning this thing. I mean, Rishi's not even looking too bad in there. I'm gonna probably not focus on Rishi, right? You can even see a little small one up here. Look at those little tinies. That's a lot. Right? And so what was happening before was blotch was taking over, which was bacteria. I wasn't getting enough good air exchange. And they were browning out. They were getting gangly. You know, I'd have like one massive one, and then I'd have, you know, some tinies, and then a bunch of death. So I think I can hear the exhaust fan running. But yeah, you know, and then part of me says too that this is happening so fast that, you know, the losses aren't that as bad as I think. It's just I have such a high expectation for what I do in a week around here. But, you know, I've been in the garage for 6 months now, so. This is my Hail Mary pass, if you will. I think I'm talking to some mushroom farms down south. I'm located in Alaska right now, but I'm talking to some mushroom farms down south. I'm gonna do little farm tours. So I was gonna go down and see a concert with a buddy of mine. I was like, I can't believe I spent all this money on a ticket. Who's gonna take care of my garage? And then I thought, well, I'll just email a farm and see if they'll let me come in and take a tour, and they're totally down. So I might do it. I also have to go to Texas near the holidays, so I might try the same thing. But yeah, I think things are looking good. But I will let you go. I am my project is complete. I'll probably do something similar to this here, maybe tomorrow or the next day, with the lion's mane and the reishi. Lion's mane would be great. That's kind of the canary in the coal mine of all mushrooms. They were the first ones to start having issues in the 3x4. And that will be a good test on the ecosystem that I'm building in. So, yeah, appreciate that. Stay tuned. Be well.